We're vibing with Reeves. What's good, y'all? What's going on? How you feel? How you feel? What's your life like? Hope everything is well. Hope everything is well. If it's not, I hope it improves soon. Salute to you. Much love, prayers, and all that. Positive energy, good vibes, positive vibes to you. Salute if you've been holding it down. Salute if you're trying. Some people don't try. Some people don't try. So what's good, y'all? What's going on? How you feel? If on another episode of Vibe with Reeves. That's right. And for the uninitiated, I am Reeves. So you're vibing with me. What's going on with you? Chilling, chilling, chilling. Um, I want to talk about things that get on the nerves. For right now, I want to talk about pet peeves. I haven't really gotten into pet peeves a lot lately. I used to do that a lot on the episodes, do my pet peeve section. So, let's go to some pet peeves. My pet peeves, starting right now. I don't like when people admire someone so much. It's like they feel they have to follow them and do exactly what they say, and they feel you should feel the same way. Like you should feel the same way. Like, okay, I get it. You admire this celebrity, and all right, they did their thing. You know, the list of accomplishments is impressive. You know, but that doesn't mean that they're right in every single instance. There's a person on earth that's right in every single instance and every single circumstance. There's not a person. I don't care how famous. I don't care how rich. I don't care how cool they seem, how cool they are. I don't care if you know them personally. I don't care if it's you. I damn sure don't care if it's me because I know I'll be wrong. I be's wrong. You know. Uh, you know. I've been wrong in crazy ways. I've torn up my room, my bedroom, looking for my hat while I was wearing my hat. So I know I'm not always right. I know I was wearing the shit, looking for the shit. Yeah. I went out the house one day to work wearing a boot and a sneaker, wondering why I was walking funny. Didn't realize it till later on in the day at the job. I'm trying to tie my shoelace. I'm like, well, I got two different laces. Oh, snap. So yeah, so I, I'm not saying I'm always right. Like being wrong is just for y'all, everyone else, but me, no, 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 no. So my pet peeve is when people act like the celebrity that they admire is right all the time in every instance, in every circumstance. And then when you say you don't agree with them, they're like, but why? So and so said that. But they said that. Like, I'm supposed to react in a way it's like, no, they did. So and so said that. No, I'll take back everything I said. I was wrong because they can never be wrong. No, no, they can be wrong. Just because you look up to somebody doesn't mean they're perfect. That's my point. Ain't nobody perfect. Y'all can make a mistake. Y'all could be on some bullshit sometimes. What I mean? Some people are just on bullshit way more than others. Like they stay on it. They stay committed to be on some bullshit. But some people every now and then, it might be it. You know, you know, there isn't one person on earth that's perfect. So that's pet peeve number one. That's definitely pet peeve number one. Pet peeve number two, the people who demand understanding who are nowhere near understanding for anybody else. They don't have an ounce of empathy in anybody. Not a smidgen, not a smidge, not this much empathy. But they demand a world full of empathy from everyone else. You have to. You have to be understanding. You have to be empathetic, sympathetic, all the ethics. You gotta just be. You gotta be everything. Oh, but if something happened to you, they look at you like, and something happened to them. It's like the world gotta come to. Hey, how'd you deal with it? No, yeah, you need something? Let me know. Something happened to you. They're like, word, and nigga, you good? And you good? Turning the camera on. Bro, to turn the cam and paid in full. You all right, B? People get shot every day. You good? You got this? Like what? Yeah, there's not. They don't care. They don't care. So, but they demand the sympathy, but they don't care what happens to you because they care what happens to them, and they feel you should care. They want everyone else to care. But when something happens to you or anyone else, they don't see why they should care. They don't, all of a sudden, they don't see why you should care. They're like, what? Why should? They're like, well, I should care about you. Why? Shit happens. Something happened to them, and you give them taste of their own medicine. They want to pull you to the side. You could have, man. I told you it happened. You didn't show no concern. I'm just, man. When do you show concern about others? No, no, I'm saying you didn't show concern about me. I said, I hear you. But when do you show concern for others? When do you care about other people? It's not just about you. Life ain't just you. You can't just, say, damn, show me love. But then when other people are messed up, you can't show them that love either. That don't work. That's not cool. They look at you like they can't understand it. Like, does not compute. They're trying to understand, like, you see the face just frazzling, like, oh, sweat. They glitching, they glitching, they glitching, they glitching. They can't take it. They can't understand that life doesn't revolve around them. They can't understand that they want people to be cool with them. They got to be cool with others too. They don't understand that shit. And here is another pet peeve of mine, probably yours too. People that always bring up the negative part of it. Let me break down the example because I know you may be thinking, hey, negative stuff is part of life too. We can't act like it doesn't exist. True. But let me break down the example. Let me illustrate my point. Let's say you're with your friends, right? Boom. And you're at a celebration. You've accomplished a lot of your goals, and that's what the celebration is. You've came up, as they say, you know, and you have your friends around you, your people that know you since the beginning. And you have new people around you who know you since you started making the moves. And you have people from both sides, old people in your life and newer people in your life that respect you. And they see the moves you made, tip their hat, and they celebrating you. All right, boom. So you have this going on, and they talk about the good things you're doing. Then you got that one friend that's always bringing up, one friend that's always bringing up. the negative stuff. Say, yeah, I've been doing this lately, been doing that lately. I've changed my life for the better. I'm like, yo, man, remember back in the day, we used to sell all them pills to people, man. Remember that one time that person got sick and you thought they might like, dude, why you bringing that up? Why you bringing that up? Like that was like 15 years ago. If you're bringing that, why you bringing this stuff up? Changes, motherfucker, change his life. Why you bring it up? No, I'm just saying, you gotta be rich. No, no. If they celebrating, why you want to bring up the bad? Soon as someone say something good, oh man, and he got a new car. You be like, yeah, man, remember them days? Remember that day you got drunk and you threw up in JoJo's car and he kicked you out on the highway and you had to walk back home off the highway, you know? And you still want to fight you like, why'd you bring that up now? Why'd you bring that up now? JoJo here, he ain't bringing it up. Why you bringing it up? Anytime something negative happen, something bad happen, you want to bring it up. It's one thing if the other person bringing it up and everyone's talking about, remember this time I did this and talk about funny stories that folks on them messing up. But if you're at the height and you're trying to celebrate the best and so happy that things are moving in a better direction, why you always gotta try to change the mood to something negative? Be like, yeah, I heard you was doing this. Like, now you bringing up negative rumors on somebody. When you celebrating the positive, now you're like, hey, I heard you wasn't paying child support. Dude, be like, I don't even have kids. Like, oh, well, I'm just saying what I heard. Like, those are the people you don't need around you. 'Cause they're not comfortable with people saying good things about you. If someone is so uncomfortable with someone giving you a compliment, saying anything good about you, that they have to counter that with something negative right then and there. They have to. That's not the type of person you need with you. It's one thing to be honest and say, yeah, you could improve in certain areas. Say, yeah, what you did was wrong that night. But it's another thing to just constantly bring up bad stuff to bring someone down. And then maybe even bring up rumors like, hey, I heard this, I heard that. Or sometimes you straight up lie. Like they can't, if you see on their face and you can't stand the idea of someone saying something nice about you. Someone gives you a compliment. You say something good about yourself. They gotta counter that with something messed up. You're like, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I've changed for the better. Oh yeah, remember that time you did such and such and such and such. You say you never forgive yourself, man. That was crazy. I don't know how you forgave yourself for that. Like they want to keep you down. Now I'm not the type of person that thinks everybody wants to keep me down. I That matter of fact, that's gonna be my next gripe, my next pet peeve. The people who think everyone's trying to keep them down. That's not true. Not everyone's thinking about your ass, but you know. But for this point right here, people always bring up the negative. You might have to, I say leave them alone. Especially if you're trying to do more positive, you're trying to keep things moving and grooving. Leave them alone because they won't understand that. They're just gonna sit back and look at you and be like, "Damn, I gotta say something messed up," and it's something deep. They might not even realize they're doing it. That means it's subconscious. It's natural for them to have that much of a disdain for you and what you're doing. Now, if you wasn't doing well, if people didn't look at you in a certain light, they wouldn't be doing that. They wouldn't care. So if that person's around you, I say get rid of them. Get rid of them. Bye bye. Give them their papers because you don't need that around. You're just gonna complicate things later. That is a hater in your friend circle. They're not supposed to be there. They're the hater in the friend circle. Okay. Now my next pet peeve is kind of like the opposite of that, kinda. The people who think everybody's hating on you. The people that say everybody's hating. If you disagree with something they said, if you don't share the same opinion, that's hating. No, I just disagree with what you said, that doesn't mean I'm hating on you. I may not be, I'm not kissing your ass. That doesn't mean I'm hating on you. You know, so you gotta know the difference. Don't be that person that just thinks everyone's hating because they don't share their opinion. Like I said earlier, there's anyone who's perfect. So if you're wrong in an instant and they say, hey, you're wrong for this and that, and you may not feel you're wrong, then okay, I disagree, but that doesn't mean they're hating. Now, if they always got something negative to say about you, that's something different. But if they say, hey, this time what you did, hey, that was cool the way you talked to them, that you wasn't respectful at all, they didn't do anything bad to you. That's not a hater thing. That's more like your people trying to pull you to the side and check on you and say, hey, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. But some people had that mentality and no one can tell them anything. Yeah. We all need someone that can tell us something. Now it's not always gonna feel good. And you might not always be receptive to it. They might tell you something and it might take you some time to see like, yeah, they was right. You might argue it and fuss and fight it off at first. Man, what you talk about? But then after a while, you're like, damn, they do got a point. That's life. So you might come down from the high horse and be like, you was right on that. You was right. My bad. You was right. But having that attitude that no one can say anything to you, you're beyond reproach. That's not healthy and that's not cool. And that could get you in a lot of trouble. But someone might be trying to save you from yourself. And you sitting up there acting like you're perfect. And then those people get messed up and they suffer the price for the stupid things they do. They I said to suffer the price. I mean to suffer the consequences and they pay the price for the stupid things they do. Then it's like, oh no, no one told me. Nah, people told you, you just called them all haters. They said, who are they to speak on you? No one could tell you shit. No one can tell me nothing. All right, that works till they need to tell you something and you refuse to listen. So, sometimes that's what it is. Yeah, but I think I think I put two pet peeves into one. So that's like a five and a six. So those are some pet peeves of mine. Some pet peeves of mine. Okay, now that I talk about some of the pet peeves, let's talk about the bright side. Because another pet peeve of mine is that people can never talk about the good things. It's always the bad. It's always the bad. They could have got a raise and a promotion. And they're like, yeah, that raise and promotion was cool. But let's go back to me complaining. Like, no, no, let's talk about your raise and your promotion. That could inspire me to be in a better place. You want to sit back and complain about some bullshit and you have some good things going on. So, I'm a segue into the things I like portion of the show. That's right. This episode is gonna be, well, the things I like, things I dislike, things I love, things I hate. Things I love, uh, what I love, um, supportive people. Supportive people. When you have people in your life who support you, you gotta appreciate that because not everyone has supportive people in their life. You know, I love supportive people and I'm a supportive person myself, so it's all cool. It's all cool. I'm with that. It's something I appreciate. So anyone who supported me ever, tip my hat, salute. I thank you. I appreciate you. And no, and what else do I love? Oh man, podcasting. Yeah, this vibing with Reeves. You know, get to speak my mind, put it out there. Hopefully, it connects and people can identify. And people are entertained they feel where I'm coming from. If not, they get a glimpse into the mind of someone who thinks differently, and they say, "Oh wow, I never thought of it like that before. That's a different way of looking at things," you know. Because we all need that too. We all need to hear from people who don't feel the same way we feel about subjects. You know, keep us open minded and help us learn. You know, that's important. What else do I love? Um, music, music, creating music. That's right. I love music. I love music. Dun, 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 dun. Creating the music, making the beats, rapping, you know, all that, writing, producing. I love it. I used to DJ, so miss it sometimes, you know. Love that too. And just listening to music, just listen to music, hearing. Sometimes just want to chill and bump music loud to to feel it. Yeah, so music is one of them. Music, music, music. Um, I love having fun. You know, I love to joke around, have a wild sense of humor, love to joke around, you know. One of the things that uh, adds so much to the life, you know. It's good to have fun, you know. It's good to have fun and laugh, joke around. That's definitely up on the list. I have a bunch of comedies that I love. I did an episode talk about my favorite movies, and you know, I think I should do another one. You know, someone else bring them on. We talk about that. But yeah, I love movies and love comedies. I love to laugh, love to hang out, even though I don't hang out anywhere near as much as I used to. I can't even lie. I used to hang out a lot. Now I think I really don't. I really don't. I don't. It be work home, work home, work home. I don't be out. I don't. I don't be in the mix like I used to. I'm not quote unquote outside like that. Yeah, but definitely enjoy comedy and laughter and movies. Going to see movies. Shit, I haven't been to see the movies in a minute. In a minute. I think the last movie I saw, last movie I saw in the theaters was freaking Wolverine versus Deadpool. Deadpool versus Wolverine. That was the last one. Crazy, right? Crazy. But yeah, love my family, you know. Love my friends, you know. That's already, you know. Love myself, you know. Gotta love myself, you know. Definitely love God. Definitely grateful to be alive. Love, love life, love being alive, even when the ups and downs, you know. Definitely gotta fight the way through. Sometimes you gotta fight to be happy, but when you get there, you know, you there. So I love understanding people. I'm grateful for people who are understanding. I was talking earlier about people who aren't understanding, but I appreciate those who are understanding. You know, they understand it's a two-way street. It's not just you. I understand you, but you don't understand me, and you don't try. So those people I definitely appreciate. Tip my hat. Nothing but love, baby. Nothing but love. This is one of my favorite songs, Heavy D and the Boys. You know, man. Heavy D, rest in peace. Trouble T Word, rest in peace. Those, they one of my favorite groups. But yeah, I got the albums at the house. Oh man, they in the crates. But if I had them, if I had the albums out loose, I would just show the covers. But you know, I don't. So, but you know what it is. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Stay up. Be good. Be safe out there. Yeah, be safe out there as well sometimes. Be safe out there. Be on point. Stay blessed. Stay grinding. Appreciate life. Love it. And thanks for everything. Be the change you want to see. You know, and enjoy yourself. You're vibing with Reeves, baby. Oh yeah. ReevesENT.com. Check your brother out. I do beats, as you know. Well, my beats for my merch. You go to ReevesENT.com, you know. You can also, if you want to get the music, stream it, you know, or the streaming sites. But if you want to download, then Bandcamp is the move. And I get paid more when you go to Bandcamp anyway and get some. Thank you very much. Ching ching. Stay up. Be good. Yeah. Oh yeah, every Friday, baby. Yeah.